Revenge feels satisfying at first. The thought of payback, of making them feel what you felt, can feel like power. But here's the truth. It often leaves you empty, powerless, and trapped in someone else's story. Sleepless nights replay the insults. Your mind replays every slight, every unfair word, and you imagine scenarios where you finally get even. I used to craft scenarios in my mind, imagining I'd get even, but each plan kept me tied to them, not free. Revenge is a trap disguised as justice. It keeps the power with the person who hurt you, while your energy drains, your focus fades, and your life waits on pause. But here's the promise. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why retaliation fails. You'll learn how letting go gives you freedom, how it restores your power, and how to reclaim your energy immediately. Revenge feels like power. It promises control over someone who hurt you, a way to balance the scales and reclaim what was taken. I thought plotting revenge would make me stronger. It only chained me to the past. Every plan, every imagined retaliation keeps your mind locked on them, on what they did, on what you wish you could undo. Olivia once tried to expose a colleague who undermined her. She stayed up late drafting emails, imagining perfect comebacks. But by morning, exhaustion replaced satisfaction. She realized the energy she poured into revenge was stealing from her own life, her own peace. Revenge feels like power, but in reality, it is a trap that holds you hostage to the person you want to punish. Why does revenge feel like power when it's really a trap? Anger feels active, like it's giving you strength, but in truth, it drags you down. Grudges sit on your shoulders like stones, slowing every step, clouding every thought. I carried resentment like a heavy coat, and it slowed every step I took. I thought holding on would make me stronger, but it only made me weaker. Anger binds your mind to the past, steals focus from your present and energy from your future. Liam experienced this firsthand. He held a grudge against a friend for months, reliving the same arguments over and over. He couldn't concentrate, sleep, or feel peace until he finally let it go. So here's the question: how does holding anger affect your life more than theirs? We often feel the need to punish those who wrong us, to get even, to make them pay. But the truth is, you don't need to enforce justice yourself. I realized that life has its own way of balancing things. I didn't have to intervene. The universe has a rhythm, and trying to control it only kept me tied to the pain. Trying to serve karma yourself keeps you focused on them, their mistakes, their flaws, their betrayal. It steals your attention from your own life and growth. Amelia learned this at work. She wanted revenge on a colleague, but by stepping back and letting events unfold naturally, the outcome was far better than anything she could have orchestrated. So why do we feel compelled to take revenge? Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's the key that unlocks the chains of anger, resentment, and bitterness. The day I forgave, I felt lighter than I ever imagined. The weight I carried for months simply lifted, and I could finally breathe again. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means reclaiming your energy, refusing to let their actions define your happiness. Sophia experienced this with a close friend. After forgiving, the tension vanished, and their friendship transformed into something stronger, healthier, and more genuine. Forgiveness shifts power back to you. It turns past pain into freedom and anger into clarity. So, how can letting go of grudges give you power? Every thought of revenge steals your energy, pulling attention away from your life, your goals, your growth. It feels productive, but it's a trap. It builds their story, not yours. Every hour I spent imagining payback was an hour I could have spent building my life. Time I lost thinking about them was time I could have invested in myself. Energy redirected becomes power. Instead of plotting retaliation, you focus on your skills, your passions, your dreams. Noah experienced this firsthand. After betrayal, he channeled anger into his art, turning frustration into a masterpiece that elevated him far more than any act of revenge could. When you stop feeding the past, you reclaim momentum for the future. So, how can redirecting energy make you stronger than retaliation? Anger clouds vision. Revenge narrows your perspective. A calm mind, however, sees the bigger picture. It observes without reacting, understands without hating, and waits without losing power. Once I stepped back, I noticed their actions had no power over my future. They could not touch my dreams, my focus, my growth. Patience became her ally. By letting emotions settle, she saw truth clearly, without the distortion of resentment. Evelyn practiced this too. After betrayal, she stayed silent, focusing on her own life, her own success. Eventually, the other person's behavior revealed their true character naturally, without her intervention. Silence and patience are stronger than any plot of revenge. They protect you, empower you, and let life handle the rest. So why is patience a more powerful weapon than revenge? True power comes from within, from choosing yourself over resentment, from investing energy in growth instead of retaliation. I stopped reacting to them. I built myself instead. Every step I took toward my own life was a step away from their control. When you redirect focus to your passions, your goals, your well-being, you reclaim authority over your story. Revenge no longer has a place. It cannot touch a life that is fully occupied by purpose. James experienced this firsthand. He left a toxic partnership quietly, chose his own path, and thrived in ways no act of retaliation could have achieved. He became stronger, freer, and unstoppable. So, the question remains, how do you actually reclaim your power without bitterness? The ultimate power isn't in retaliation, it's in rising above. Choosing dignity and composure is a silent victory. It doesn't need applause, it doesn't need recognition. It simply exists, quietly shaping your life, your energy, and your future. When I stopped playing their game, I won by default. I stopped answering the calls of anger and resentment, stopped crafting schemes to get even, and suddenly, I was free. Revenge feeds the past. Freedom fuels the future. Every thought spent plotting keeps you tied to yesterday. Every action taken to retaliate strengthens the very story you want to escape. But every choice to remain composed, to focus on your own growth, pulls you into a life of autonomy, strength, and clarity. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's far more powerful than any revenge ever could be. So what's the real way to rise above those who wrong you? We spend so much energy thinking revenge will heal us that getting even is the key to closure. But the truth is far different. True power comes from detachment, growth, and focus. They lost control over me the moment I stopped seeking payback. I stopped letting their actions dictate my emotions, stopped spinning in endless scenarios of retaliation, and suddenly, I was free. Letting go doesn't mean weakness. It doesn't mean you approve of what happened or that you forget. It is strategic strength, an act of claiming your life, your energy, and your peace. Every moment spent plotting, every thought of payback, kept you tethered to the person who hurt you. Release that tether, and your power multiplies. The emotional high point is undeniable. The person who hurt me is irrelevant now, and I am unstoppable. Their actions no longer define you. Their judgment cannot touch you. Their lies have no weight over your story. Revenge offers temporary satisfaction, but freedom is eternal. The path to true victory isn't in retaliation. It's in rising above, reclaiming your life, and thriving on your own terms. Don't get even. Get stronger. Get free, and watch yourself flourish. Letting go of retaliation isn't giving up. It's giving yourself space, energy, and peace. It's the moment you stop living in their story and start writing your own. I used to think getting even would heal me. Now I know nothing heals like choosing yourself first. When you redirect energy from revenge toward yourself, you invest in your future instead of their past. Every step, every focus, every choice builds a life that revenge could never create. So I want to hear from you. Have you ever chosen to walk away instead of getting even? Share your story below. It could inspire someone else to reclaim their power, to see freedom as the ultimate victory. And if you want more lessons in strength and freedom, subscribe now. The next story may be the one that transforms your life, your perspective, and the way you move forward with confidence and peace.